Hey y'all. Um, it has been a little while. My schedule has increased exponentially, um, and it's just been packed with a lot of things. What my hair is doing is very weird. Not that it's ever been symmetrical as a curly girled hair. Anyway, um, I sorry, my sister started texting me as soon as I logged on. Hmm. Um, I just got to send her the text anyway. So I've just been okay. Yep. Sorry, y'all. Um, there's just been so much shit going on. Like, let me plug this in up. Accidentally let my phone get to 10%. Oh snap. Um, and I was visiting a friend today, picking up some art. Um, and I got sort of sucked into doing art, which was cool. Um, and I was bringing him over some. I wasn't only picking up my art; I was dropping off some of my art supplies to leave there, in case I was doing any like artsy things. So I had my acrylic, my high flow acrylic, which was fun. Um, and I made this really cool painting. I'll put up a picture of it in the thing because apparently you can do that on YouTube now. Post posts, not just videos. Okay. Darker, darker. So I'll post a picture in a bit, and it was really beautiful. Actually, I really love high flow acrylics. They're fun. I was covered in paint. Made me very happy to be covered in paint. Say that much. And yeah, and I just really needed to. I totally forgot this was up loud. I just started hearing it again. Whoops. Um, I you ever have someone, and I don't even know if these are canceling the street noise out there. But you ever have someone, especially in your family, say and ask some very strange things? Mm, mm, what do you do with that? I don't know what to do with that. Um, and the older I get, the less I want to entertain any of that, to be perfectly honest. Um, which is sort of the theme of this episode of my so-called disabled life. Um, episode 5, shenanigans in disabled um, family land. You know, that it's one of those wild situations where a number of things are going on and a number of reactions are going on. And you have to deal with it and adjust with it in a way that not only doesn't um, flare up your chronic illness, doesn't make your disability worse, but also doesn't contribute to the wild toxic shit going on in the family stratosphere of disabled land, and also just not getting sucked into other people's drama because nope, mm-mm, I'm not doing that no more. Uninterested, really and truly. I have enough going on, so much going on. So yeah, keep away from the drama because the drama will find you. And it's up to you to avoid it at all costs, to say, fuck out of here, drama. Bye. You don't got time for that. But more importantly, even if you have all this extra time, like, why do you want to deal with drama? Why is that something that you want to invest yourself in? And I know some people are like, ooh, no, like Cardi B. Love a toxic bitch. Well, sure, in the younger years, super duper duper younger years. But as you mature, fuck you doing with someone toxic? What you doing with all this drama? We got time for that. Like for real. Um, and it's, I suppose it's for a number of reasons of folks getting stuck in trauma circles and having trauma bonds with people, which is something that happened to me in my early 20s. I guess no, it wasn't even just when I was from 20 to 30, 32 really. Um, that I got into a trauma bond with someone, and it was an incredible domestic violence situation, and I could not get away, and then was trapped. And the universe, I guess, was looking out for me, even though my lupus was getting worse. To send another woman in there as a distraction, which is awful. For me to say, it's awful that there was another woman. He found another mark and then knocked her up, and that was of more interest. And I was relieved, actually, which is fucked up to say that he found another person to trauma bond with, but like I didn't have the. he- Something happens when you have complex post traumatic stress disorder, where you have incredibly traumatic events happen, and they're coupled with someone shifting your, and also recognizing manipulation and abuse and narcissism all in one, while knowing where you came from, and then knowing, okay, you'll respond to this, you'll respond to that, you'll do this, that, and third if I say this, and do that, whatever, and you'll manipulate the whole situation, especially if you're 15 years older. Like, I'm 41 now. I can't imagine going and finding someone in their mid 20s and derailing their whole life, and then abusing the hell out of them, making them reliant on me, making them quit their jobs, stop talking to their friends and their family, and completely cut everyone off, and then get sucked into like nightmare and torture and all that. Like, it's just, and you don't even know it's happening when it's happening, which is the wild part. And sometimes I look back on it and I'm like, damn it, man, how did you let yourself get sucked into that shit so much? And that's the part of the manipulation. Some people really don't understand these abusive, narcissistic, manipulative asshole men. They are searching for women like me who came from homes where there was some wild shit going on. We're easy marks. Even if we have strong energy, even if we have a strong personality coming off, like they're looking for a particular type. And that ex was a perfect combination of my parents together, both the good and the bad qualities in one person, which was wild as hell. Um, anyway, children, so if you are a woman in your early 20s, or even your teens, because I know I've been there, and there's some older guy being like, oh, hey, baby, run away. Don't, don't let him derail you. You have other plans. There will always be a guy. I met my husband when I was 32. and we've been together coming up on 10 years. And so he was wrong, my abusive ex. He was wrong when he said I'd never meet anybody. No one would ever want me. Well, this guy really wants me, and he's still with me. Um, and so don't believe these lying ass fools. Don't believe these men who just want to take advantage of your young body. Don't believe them. Don't trust them. They saying some stuff to you to get in your pants and keep you under their thumb. Don't let them. Okay? Don't let them. Don't let them. You got so many more important things going on. You're talented, you're smart, you're freaking hilarious, you're beautiful. They see that and they want to bring you down a few notches. Fuck them. Don't let them bring you down not one single notch. You deserve to be all the way up there, all the way. That's it. That's it. And they don't want you to feel that confidence. They don't want you to believe in yourself. They don't want you to trust yourself. They want you to keep getting sucked into that same trauma that you grew up with and the trauma bond that you're now building with this dude. And granted, it's not always a dude. It's sometimes it's women, sometimes it's trans folks, sometimes all kinds of it's fucked up people. That's it. Don't matter. Um, don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. You're worth so much more. And sometimes I think back on if he didn't derail me at the time. Um, I would have definitely finished school around that time. I would have been done. Um, I would have traveled a whole lot more. Um, I might have gotten my master's in teaching because I was interested in that at the time. I was a teaching assistant. Um, and I was doing AmeriCorps for the second time when we met. And after my AmeriCorps was done, it's just so wild to me. Like he really made me quit my jobs or freelance jobs. And it's so amazing and wild that I I don't know. It's just so wild to me thinking back on it. Because he took such advantage of me and thought that he could keep on, you know? I don't know. I sometimes and not that I'm looking back in the past and being like, regret, like having regret or anything like that. The past happened. It's over there. Over here is something else, something new, something bigger, brighter, better, all the things. Um, and I don't know. I just, I've been an amputee 12 years. 13 years. Oh gosh, I forgot a year. 13 years I've been an amputee. And sometimes I think back on it and I'm like, damn, son, it's, I mean, it's a whole person. It's a whole person ago. I lost a whole person ago. Um, yeah, and I think about the person I was at the time. And I don't think she liked her life at the time. I mean, the wild thing is like 10 years ago, and then looking back 20 years ago, even my life was in a completely different place. Completely different things, completely different circumstances, living situations, all the situations. I just sometimes wonder what my life would have been like if there wasn't so much goddamn trauma. I don't think even some people understand the extent to some of the trauma that I've been through or that I even witnessed. Um, and some of them think it's just like very real simple, chill stuff, and some of it's really not. you know, um, and it just really takes a certain kind of person who understands niceness but doesn't understand kindness to not fully understand trauma even a little bit. And that's because they haven't gone through anything that bad. And that's wonderful. I'm so happy that they've never been through anything that traumatic. That's so awesome for them. And I'm not being a smartass. That is so awesome for them. I don't come from that life. And it's just sometimes so wildly hilarious to me that some people are just so caught up on their own experiences and they never see the forest for the trees for other people's shit. And they may never. Sorry, I'm very distractible. I'm really tired. Anyway, I have some more episodes coming up. I have been not only incredibly busy, but incredibly tired. So I mean, and that's the blessing and the curse of capitalism. Capitalism that'll kill you in your sleep. Um, yeah. So I have some more episodes coming up. Some of that I'm actually I've played around with a couple of different programs, streaming programs, and I found one that works for me. So now I'm gonna be using StreamYard and gonna record them and then put them out there. Which is great. That'll give me a minute to make any minor edits if I need to. Um, I might do some funky things because I have some really cool interviews coming up. So I might do some like clips of music or poems or things like that by the people that I'm interviewing. So very excited. Um, so yeah, I you know I just think about life. Like life is just wild as hell. It's wild as hell because of the way certain things go down. And sorry if you can hear that siren out there. I'm in East Harlem. We hear sirens all night. It would be weird if I didn't hear a siren. Um, but yeah, they're going, they're going, they're going. Yeah. So life is just. I always think back to what I was doing when I met he who shall not be named. Yep, I'm Voldemorting him. Oh well. Um, and how I was doing freelance stuff in the evening because I was doing AmeriCorps, and it was the second time I was doing AmeriCorps, so I was doing Vista. And if you don't know what Vista is, that is volunteers in service to America. And that is completely beaten into my brain because they had us living below the poverty line, which was wild for me because I had just come from living around the poverty line a couple years before that. So I was just like, "Oh, this is fun." I did Public Allies and I wasn't like rolling in dough, but I made a couple hundred extra dollars, which made a difference. And then this time around, I was making, what was it, $898 a month. Now, granted, it was, you know, 2006 in New York when I was doing that 898. Um, and we got Metro cards and we could apply for food stamps if we needed them, which we all did. So I was like, ooh, memories, thinking about my growing up. It was just wild as hell. So I did a bunch of other jobs to make money on the side. And one of them, because I was in school at the time, I was dancing around becoming the idea of a massage therapist and a healer. So I was good at it. I liked it. And I liked helping people to feel better. Um, oof. um, and so I was doing massage therapy stuff in the evening to make extra money because some people were like, "Oh, you're a student, so you're not too expensive." I'm like, "That's damn right. Pay me cash, please." Um, and I did that in the evening, and sometimes I wonder like what life would have been like if I never responded to him because he was one of my massage clients, and yeah, I think about that. Um, anyway, I have episodes coming up. They might be a little sporadic, although I am doing a few, um, recording them and leaving them on the side. And anyway, yeah, I will be putting stuff back up soon. And I hope that I can keep up with the rest of the stuff. And I hope I get some good sleep tonight. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Deuces.